Tourette syndrome... Well, there it is. Tourette syndrome is a certain brain defect.
It's a neurological problem that I was born with.
That causes you to tick.
Tics control our bodies.
Kicking, like coughing.
Twitching. Like snapping all the time. And do a lot of things people wouldn't like.
My mom calls me the mouse because I make a little squeaking noise.
Shaking my head. Now that I said it, I have to do it.
I would go like this.
Flapping my arms.
And everybody thought I was trying to, fly. I'm like, no.
You can't help it. It's not contagious. Like if I shook your hand and said, "Hi, my name's Caitlin," you would not get Tourette's.
Metal. They come all the time.
Coffee!
Can you shut up?
It's there. Why do you have to make fun of it?
Why are you doing that? That's so annoying. Could you please stop?
They just think I'm real crazy.
A person who has Tourette's isn't like a whole another person. Like me. I'm a regular kid.
When she was little, we didn't quite understand what it meant. She was very jumpy and she would jump towards dangerous things, like walking along the road. She'd walk into the road. As she got older, she also made noises, grunting and snorting noises. And also we found that she didn't listen. And at one time we thought perhaps she was deaf. So we had tests done on that. But obviously she wasn't deaf.
Cannabis! So, well, when I see people, I sometimes say what I'm thinking about them, but I don't mean it, kind of thing. Nigger! Nigger! Like that, kind of. But I'm not racist, and I just can't help it, and I feel really guilty afterwards. Nigger! Yeah, so... Nigger! Sorry.
That's all right.
I don't want to do that.
I know you don't want to, but I mean, you can't help it, can you?
Tourette syndrome is an incurable neurological disorder. It's hereditary, and the symptoms vary from person to person, but they all have physical and vocal outbursts called tics.
Well, my name is Melissa Muscat, and I'm the mother of a 14-year-old son who has Tourette syndrome, ADHD, and obsessive-compulsive disorder. When I heard the news that my son had Tourette syndrome, I felt that like I was hit by a ton of bricks. I knew very little about Tourette syndrome. I thought it was a disease that was depicted on TV as people shouting inappropriate words out and barking and jerking, and immediately I thought my son will never have a normal life, and I was devastated.
First thing I want to say, a person with Tourette's will get angry much easier or frustrated at their self more often, or at least I've noticed that. And we also have to be able to not complain about things on a day-to-day basis. Being like, oh, I'm ticking today, but then the next day, oh, I'm ticking today. And you have to accept it, which is a very hard thing to do in a short period of time, because it comes on so suddenly in most people. And some people don't get diagnosed until they're teenage years, like me, even though I knew I had it since I was 10. After being diagnosed at 14, it was quite an interesting ride, considering I was going into high school, my freshman year, with this disorder that I could barely explain, and then medication, which made me tired, new classes, new people. It was terrible, and I hated it. I was very shy, regardless of the video that I made shortly after I was diagnosed. But it's very tough on yourself because you're tired all the time. Sometimes you just want to curl up in a ball and go to sleep, but you know that you can't because you just be woken up by all of your tics and moving and doing all these things that are really not quite so fun as they seem, because they happen at all the wrong moments. Emotionally, it's also exhausting because you feel like you're giving in to something every time you tic. And I don't want to give in, but it'll feel so much better if you do. So basically, yeah. I just really wanted to tell people that it's not all fun, and you can't always be strong, but it's easier if you try to be.